If you're a spiritual woman in business and you keep hovering around that 3 to 5K mark each month, this is going to challenge you. It's not because you're blocked, it's not because you're unlucky, and it's not because you need another manifestation program. It's because your business isn't structured to scale. Now, most spiritual entrepreneurs are talented, they're intuitive, they care deeply. But talent without structure is a job. And I don't want you to have a job. I want you to have a business. So today we're breaking down exactly why income ceilings happen and what actually shifts them. No fluff, no excuses, just reality and strategy. Hi guys, if you haven't met me already, my name's Maelstrom. I have been in business since 2017 as an entrepreneur, and I have managed to monetize and create viral channels for an array of niches, from tarot to spirituality to coaching neurodiversity. And I want to be able to share back everything that I've learned, all the mistakes, all of the things that got me to success, all of the things that actually got stable income for me, with people who also want to help the world and create a bubble of business within the new earth to help other people to become their best selves and to create these beautiful entrepreneurship opportunities for our children growing up. So if you're into this, make sure that you're sticking around because I have some golden truths for you. So here's the uncomfortable truth. Most spiritual businesses are built on low ticket or inconsistent models. They charge £111 for sessions, £333 for programs. I've done this for years. Trust me, I understand. And these are custom packages that change every time. Now, that model requires volume. To make 5K, you need 40 plus clients at low price points. Now, that means constant selling, constant content, constant emotional labor. It's exhausting and it still doesn't scale you. Because when you stop showing up, your income stops. What a lot of entrepreneurs don't recognize is that when they get started, their energy is tied to the business energy. And I spent probably the first 5 years in business doing this, if not longer. And it was an excruciating, exhausting, and very painful time. And what I want to teach you is the exact opposite way of doing business in a way that really, really doesn't burn you out, doesn't exhaust you, doesn't make you resistant to doing the work, and certainly doesn't make you angry at your clients because you're doing so much work and you're getting such little back. Abundance really and truly is a birthright. And ironically, a lot of spiritual people recognize that abundance is a birthright, and yet they undercharge, they underprice, they undervalue themselves. And the Aquarian aura of abundance here is actually to change all of that. It's to recognize that we're stepping into the age of Aquarius. And with that, requires a whole new way of doing business. And I personally believe that entrepreneurship is the way forward. I think that the old systems of the old earth, where it's a hierarchy, top-down way of doing things, just isn't working, and it's not going to work for very much longer. With AI that comes in, I think that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and a lot of the menial tasks are going to be lost. And I think it's a really important time. Like, if you've got a calling, I think now is really important. I've been working in my calling with my spiritual purpose since 2017. And I've helped hundreds of people. And now I want to help thousands, millions of you guys to set up your spiritual businesses so that what I call the joy revolution spreads out even further. So that it's not just me trying to fix one person at a time, it's 100,000 of us trying to fix one person at a time. And if we do this, then consciousness can't help but become a thing. And if this feels like your thing, then I'm your girl. Now, what we have to recognize is that when we build a business that's like a job, it doesn't represent freedom. Freedom comes from structure, okay? Now, high-ticket models exist for a reason. Number one is that you get deep transformation with your clients. And this is vital if you're working in spirituality, is creating those deep transformations for people. So you get brilliant testimonies and brilliant reviews and clients that go and rave on about you, like I've had for the last 10 years. I've never put an advert out because my clients just, my clients do the work for me. You want to have fewer clients because the more clients that you have and the more people that you're working with, the more that you're spread thin. We need better income. And we need to also recognize that there's a mindset issue here with a lot of spiritual people. There's an idea that it's greedy to charge premium prices for premium transformation. And it really isn't. The work that a lot of spiritual businesses do is completely and utterly life-changing. Like for me, I would get my clients off of drugs. I would get them out of damaging relationships, get them in boundaries. I'd start the business for them. There'd be so much transformation that's happening. And when I started my business, oh God, I came in at like £40 an hour back in 2017. And I thought that was a lot because I still hadn't done the identity work. And now I'm charging thousands of pounds for my programs. If you want to work with me for a year, I'm in 20K. And that will no doubt increase next year and increase the year after, because that's how it should work. If you're not charging £20,000 for your programs and you're really changing people's lives, then you need to look at yourself and recognize that there is a poverty mindset that's going on here, that you're not seeing the value in your work. And that's causing huge problems within your ability to scale. Now, when we recognize that we charge premium prices for premium transformations, we know that this is structured business. And one thing that spiritual business owners do quite a lot of the time is they just kind of go, oh, I don't want to be in the matrix. So then they stop doing anything to do with business or, money or any of these sorts of things. And they're just like, oh, I'm just going to do this thing and I'm going to run on vibes and God will provide. And you can run on vibes and God will provide. I did it for the first 5-6 years of my business. But it doesn't really get you the impact. And what I want you to recognize, more money means that you can do more things. Money in the hands of good people does good things. So if you're not a good person, you don't want to do good things, I'm not working with you. Now, something that's really hard to recognize is that you can't out-earn your self-concept. Let that land. This took me such a long time. I don't want this to take you as long as it did take me. This is brutal, okay? You cannot out-earn your self-concept. And what I notice in business quite a lot of the time is that people do all strategy or they do all mindset. And for me, I was like, all spirituality, all mindset, all mindset. I was like, if I could just heal enough, then I'll become good enough to do the work. Can you see the issue there? That it was coming from a place of unworthiness in the first place. So if you're coming from a place of unworthiness, then you undercharge. And if you see yourself as not being worthy, then everybody else sees you as not being worthy as well. So if you still see yourself as a healer only or a practitioner, somebody who helps, oh God, please, we're not helping people. We're transforming people through their own transformations, okay? Stop helping. And you don't see yourself as a CEO of your business, then you're going to make decisions that reinforce that identity. You're going to underprice, you're going to avoid sales, you're going to overgive, you're going to feel guilty for charging, and your income will mirror that energy. This isn't about being less spiritual, it's about becoming more structured. You can absolutely be heart-led. My business is heart-led, God-centered, but it's also business smart. My motto in life is work smarter, not harder. And I love my slow, soft mornings, my mornings with prayer and my mornings with God. That fulfills me. But I also work my ass off when it's time to work. And I certainly charge what I deserve. Okay? So you can be heart-led and you can also be business smart. Recognize that these things are not opposites. So here's the problem, and it's what most spiritual businesses miss. And it's what we teach in Aquarian Aura Abundance. We are here to change the way you think about yourself and change the way that you do business so that you can make more money and help more people in the process. So what's really important is that you have offer architecture. This is a clear offer that gives a defined transformation, a clear client journey, and a scalable model. Now, if your offer is whatever the client needs, it's impossible to scale. The clients need transformation, yes, but that transformation must be structured. And when I started my business, what I would do is that my clients would come to me one-to-one and they'd say, I have a problem with my boyfriend, I have a problem with drug addiction, I have a problem with this, whatever. And they'd each have a very different problem. So with each client, I was creating a brand new transformation for each new client that came to me, which is, wow, how fantastic that I'm that talented and creative to be able to do that. But fucking exhausting to keep on creating a new plan for every single person that comes through your doors. Like, can you imagine? It's crazy. So what we need to recognize is that your transformation has to be structured. And sometimes it takes you working with hundreds of people like I did to kind of recognize what the hell I was doing. But you don't have to do that. Like if you get a coach, they can save you decades of work and decades of problem fixing and, treading mud so that you don't really get anywhere. If you recognize what's going wrong very, very fast, then you can change everything very quickly and you can make progress very quickly. And that's what I want to do. I want to help everybody that was treading water, treading mud, like I was, to actually just recognize what's going wrong and what's not in place so that you can scale faster, get clients faster. Like today I was reading something on TikTok, a young lady said that it took her a year to get her first client. Like my business, I got my first client within, I think, 6 weeks max. If not, I think it was even less than that. I think it was probably like, I literally did like 2 events and then I got a client, which I recognize is really fast, but I think that people can get clients in their first month. If you know how to position yourself and you actually have something that people want to sell, you can get in your first week. You just know how to do it. And, I have a client this year that within the first month, she got her first client. So you can absolutely scale fast. It's just that you need to know that you're going in the right direction, because going fast in the wrong direction is a terrible idea. And that's what most people are doing, unfortunately. High ticket offers, these are kind of like 2-3 grand upwards. They work because they are designed for depth, and depth creates results. Results create your reputation, and reputation creates demand. That's business, and it's scalable. And once you have a wait list like I do, you can charge whatever the hell you want, because if people want to work with you because they know that you will do a 180 on their life, they will pay for that 180. You have to be securing the knowledge that the transformation that you're offering them is stellar. And if it isn't, then you need to recognize that you're selling something that is crap, and that you need to do the work to get it into being something that is worthy of that honor. I love alignment. Okay. I talk about alignment, but alignment without execution is self-sabotage. Imagine a builder saying, I feel aligned with building a house, but never actually laying any bricks. The house is never going to appear. Now, business works the same way. Energy totally matters. Mindset matters, but systems matter more. To have a successful business, you need to have clarity, structure, visibility, and sales, not just vibes. Both are required. And I get it. Like, I lived probably the first 5 years of my business living on vibes and manifesting and just trusting. And it did work for me. But I just ever made as much as I needed. Yeah, I never, ever teetered over kind of 2-3K a month, because I just made what I needed. And I think sometimes, with these kind of manifestations is that you will always get what you need, but you might not get what you want. And that's something really important to recognize. So how do we fix this issue? Well, number one is identity shift. You have to see yourself as a CEO, not as a healer. Okay, you're a leader. You are somebody who builds. You need to offer architecture. You need to create a clear high-ticket offer. Transformation plus structure, not endless custom packages. And you need to have visibility that converts. Content must lead to clients, not just likes, because otherwise it's just vanity metrics. And you need revenue. And this is where Aquarian Aura Abundance comes in. It's a mentorship built for spiritual women who want to scale properly. This is not for dabblers. This is not for hobbyists. This is for women who are ready to lead. So if you are stuck at 3 to 5K months, I want you to hear this. You are not broken. You're not behind. You are missing structure. And structure can be learned. Business is a skill. Leadership is a skill. Income is the result of both. And if you want to learn how to scale with integrity and strategy, then applications for Aquarian Aura Abundance are opening soon. And you can get my 7 days of voice notes to get you unstuck real quick if you click the link down below in the box. Now, my offers are for established spiritual entrepreneurs who are ready to build premium, structured businesses. And if that is you, details are below. If it's not, that's okay. But keep growing, keep learning, and keep leading, and recognize that business starts from inside, not the outside. I'll see you soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.